Boys, I have just finished My Hero Academia Season 6, and look, I know I'm a little late, but I heard the manga just finished, so I figured I'd lock in and binge watch the entire series and review it. So, if you want to see parts 2 and 3 of this video where I review Season 7 and eventually the entire manga, please subscribe to the channel. We try and hit 1,000 subscribers. Anyway, let's hop into the review. So Season 6 started with the villain/war arc, and as far as the villain arc goes, to be honest, it was cool, but the My Hero fanbase hyped this up harder than an autistic kid hypes up fidget spinners, and it just did not live up to the hype. We got to see the Gigantosaurus dude, who was kinda cool, but in terms of character development for the villains, it just didn't really feel like anyone changed all that much, besides Shigaraki and all the PTSD stuff. But later on in the war arc, we did get to see Reverse Deadpool, aka Twice, go through some development. But he was eventually killed off because homie was about to become the most OP character in the entire series. And that kind of takes me into what I did like a lot about this season, and that's showing the dark side of this world. Going from Season 5 to 6 of My Hero is like being stuck in Weenie Hut Jr. your entire life, then suddenly getting tossed into the salty spittoon. It's almost like I'm watching a different show. And look, to be honest, it did feel like the author was trying a little too hard at some point to make it overly edgy, but I think it's fine, because it balances out the opposite end of My Hero where everything feels super corny. For example, the reason I originally stopped watching My Hero was because of a scene in Season 5 where Mr. Heat and his son are crying in the middle of an intersection, blocking traffic for like 12 minutes of an entire episode. And look, I don't know if that was just an anime-only problem or what, but holy hell, that scene made me want to actually kill myself. But let's get back to the positive side of things, because the war arc was pretty good. The animation was good, and there was like a 14 episode run of non-stop throwing hands. It got wild. We also surprisingly got some Bakugo character development where dude actually locked in and saved Deku for once and didn't immediately just become a dick after. And all it took to change him was Deku literally being on the verge of death and in a coma. Huh. Nothing to it. Nah, okay, look, I am happy Bakugo got some character development, because outside of the weird fan base, Bakugo's low-key kind of a cool character. All in all though, the war arc was pretty good besides some slight nitpicks like it lasting a little bit too long, but it was solid as hell. Overall, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Now let's get into my favorite part of this season, the Vigilante Deku arc. Just to warn y'all, I might be a little bit biased because I was a Spider-Man fan as a kid, and Vigilante Deku just has a Spider-Man feel to it. This arc is beyond badass. We had Deku going around just one-shotting all his former opponents, basically just flexing on them and pushing himself beyond plus ultra. Man, you really cannot make that sound not corny, but this arc is awesome, and look, I think I can finally say it. Deku finally stopped being a little pussy and started putting in some effort for himself, and that is literally all I needed. And to me personally, I never really cared if a character is crying, cause this man is 15 years old facing monsters that are ripping people in half. I don't even blame him. But if he would've just kept crying and never adapted or developed, he would've ended up like Takemichi from Tokyo Revengers, aka trash. But luckily we didn't end up in that wicked timeline, because Deku's nuts dropped like 8 stories in this single arc alone. I also really liked all the side characters of this arc, with the one Pokemon looking girl who Deku helped being there for Deku in the end, and also Hawk's predecessor. Look, I tried finding it, I couldn't find her actual name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. It was the one assassin with the hair sniper or whatever. She was pretty cool. I also really liked how her character paralleled all the surface level happiness going on in the Hero Association. Speaking of which, Why wasn't Stain in that secret hero FBI group? Because we saw him later and he is basically just doing what they did but as a vigilante. I kinda see that as a missed opportunity, but anyway, the end of the vigilante arc was very good and I almost gave it a 10. But man, episode 25 had one of the corniest lines ever, with Deku saying, "This is how everyone became the world's strongest hero," and I literally laughed at this for like 5 minutes. Like, there is no way you just said that, but hey, it was still a really good arc. I'm not gonna drop it down too much, but it was like a 9.5 out of 10. So hey, that is the end of the video. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe and let me know what y'all thought about Season 6 of My Hero. Also, don't forget, I'm dropping a Season 7 review soon. Anyway, like the vid, sub, appreciate y'all, deuces.